I'm sitting in my car. It's like 7:30 a.m. and something very exciting is happening today. I guess I'll tell you right now, because if this video ever goes live, that means something went good. I'm auditioning for Soul Cycle today. So this will be my third time auditioning. I have a staff meeting before that for Young Life. But yeah, at about 10, I'm going to drive from Orange County to LA, and we're just going to do the thing. So, more to come. It is now like 10 o'clock. It's like 11 o'clock. I have like 30 minutes till the audition. I made it to where it's going to be in Culver City. I'm just going to go sit somewhere for like 15 minutes and like finish making sure my playlist is all good, aka 2 songs, and they're the place I want them to be and whatnot. And yeah, I'm nervous. I'm sweating. I've been sweating all morning. I don't smell like it. But yeah, I'm excited. The 2 songs I picked were old school Eminem, Cinderella Man, and a Halsey remix. Yeah, because I really like both those artists, but I don't feel like they are basic. So, really gotta get rid of the basic stuff since I'm blonde. Every person who auditions looks like me, so gotta stand out somehow. So, got my Sarah's Day fit on, because I also thought that would help me stand out. So, I'm excited and nervous and all the above. So, let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm one of those annoying vloggers right now that's just in their car talking about what they're doing. But I guess this is more like a reaction thing than anything. So I didn't film in the studio or right after, because right after I got like out of the audition, it was like 3 hours long. I have a watch, but I turned off all like the notifications so I wouldn't be distracted. I got a really concerning work email like right when I walked out, so I was kind of freaking out and like had to call my boss. And yeah, it's all good, it's all fine, but it was like a scary moment. So yeah, how the audition went, like I said, so for those of you who don't know, Soul Cycle has many rounds of auditions. The first round is just being like accepted to come to the audition, and literally I talked to one girl, she was the last one. She was so fun. She was like, I got an email 45 minutes before this started that I could come, and I was just like, whoa. So they definitely make cuts of who can even come. And there were 2 rounds of what they call like chorus line, which is where you just ride and they watch you ride, and then they judge you based on it. And I have no idea what the criteria is or anything. But they had 2 groups of about 40 people each. From there, they cut down to probably 80 people to, I think there was 30 of us who actually did the podium round. So chorus line, you ride for 10 minutes, they watch you, they pick their favorites based on who knows. Second round is podium round, so you get 1 minute of 2 songs, which is actually more generous. The first 2 times I auditioned, it was only 2 minutes of 30 seconds, so 1 minute total. So now you have 2 whole minutes to let yourself shine. So yeah, so I went and I played Cinderella Man by Eminem and Hurricane by Halsey. I think it was good. I feel like I was a good instructor. I didn't try and do anything crazy. I think sometimes, and since I've done this is my 3rd time auditioning, I've been the person who's done things that maybe you like, just don't try and do too much choreography. If you look bad doing it, like, yeah. So really didn't do that much choreography, really just like went faster in the saddle. Yeah, so I thought it was good. I think I did well, but I also think I could have shown my personality a little bit more. I forgot to say a fun fact about myself while I was up there because I got nervous. But yeah, overall I think it was good. Like I've said, this is the same feeling I've had for all my other auditions. I feel like it could go either way. I would not be surprised if I didn't make it, but I also would not be surprised if I did. I feel very in the middle, but I feel like it was my best. I was the most confident I've been thus far. This is like 3 minutes, so I'm rambling. But all in all, I think it was good. They said I should hear back by end of day today or tomorrow. So it sounds pretty fast, but I know they're only having 2 auditions this round, one in LA and one in New York, because of the coronavirus. The coronavirus is ruining everything. I was also supposed to be in Seattle today. It's a whole story. But, so, whole story with my Soul Cycle audition this round. I planned a trip to Seattle. They announced the auditions. it was during the time I was in Seattle, so I go, great, no problem, I'm just going to audition at the Seattle audition, which is on Wednesday. I was supposed to leave today, which is Monday, for Seattle, so I said, great. So, had the Seattle audition all lined up. On Saturday, I got an email that they are postponing the Seattle audition because of the coronavirus, and I go, oh shoot, I'm not going to be there past Thursday night, so if they even postpone it by 2 days, I won't make it. So I emailed them and was like, hey, I'm from Southern California, here's the stitch. They said, cool, you can come to the LA audition if you want. I said, well, I'm also going to be in Seattle during the LA audition, so I can't do either right now. But then, yesterday, so Sunday, JetBlue canceled my Monday morning flight, so now I'm not flying out to Seattle till tomorrow, so then I was able to do it in LA on Monday. So, going to Seattle for a really short amount of time, but yeah, we will have an update when I get an email back. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious to see what it does, so yeah, check in maybe by tomorrow, today, in the next few days, so. Sad news. I just got the email. So, I'm gonna contextualize this for a little bit. Basically, it is March 2020 right now. So, if you're watching this in the future, maybe you'll look back on this and see coronavirus season or whatever pandemic is happening right now. So, after all the kerfuffle with, I talked about the coronavirus because I talked about my audition moving, but the coronavirus is way bigger of a deal right now on Friday than it was on Monday, when I last kind of filmed. Yeah, and so okay, I already cried about this, I don't want to cry again. So on Monday, the coronavirus was a thing, they moved my audition, whatever. I really didn't think the coronavirus was that big of a deal. On Monday, they said we would know by the end of the day, or the next day, about their decision. Obviously it's Friday, and I got the email at 7 p.m. on a Friday night when they said end of day Monday. So basically I had this whole week to, like, fantasize and dream and, I don't know, really think that I got it. So, I don't know. I also had dreams. I literally had dreams. But on my end, I guess, when they said they knew end of day, they were going to know end of day Monday or Tuesday. So this whole week, I was like, well, they said they were going to know, but this whole coronavirus thing is happening, and, like, the school I work at shut down, like, the nonprofit I work for, we're not having any more events. Like, the world is actually shutting down right now. So in my silly head, I was like, oh, dang, okay, well, like, I guess, like, maybe I made it, or maybe they, like, want to give me an interview, but they have to figure out this coronavirus thing, and that's why they're waiting. So, I mean, it is what it is. I built it up in my head. And that wasn't the case. I did not get an interview. This is the same spot I've kind of, like, got to every time I've auditioned out of this, the third. So yeah, I was like, might as well film and tell the story, and hopefully, we'll just upload this footage into the video that actually announces that I got it. I don't know, show some resilience or something. But yeah, so I am just sitting here mourning my losses. I did cry about it. I don't know if it looks like I have, but I did. I actually really wanted ice cream. All the stores, I went to the store today and it was madness. I'm not going back for ice cream, so a Greek yogurt bowl with a protein bar. That's chocolate chip cookie dough. We'll have to do. Yeah, I'm super bummed. Yeah, I guess I never actually talked about how I felt. I'm bummed. I am sad. I don't know. I thought this was my time, and I miss teaching a lot, but I also know, like, I don't know, there's something different about it, and, like, I want to bring that energy, I want to bring that, like, triumph, I want people to experience what I've experienced at SoulCycle. Yeah, so I'm bummed. Really bummed. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Hopefully this video will see the light of day if I ever get it. I said my last audition 3rd time's a charm, but I guess the 4th time maybe will be. we'll just wait and see.
Okay, so it is April 5th, 2021. It is 7 o'clock in the evening, and I just got the email that says I have made it to the first round of this SoulCycle audition round. So excited, but also way nervous because you'll probably, if this video ever makes it to the internet, it means I made it. But you would have seen a year ago, this time a year ago, I auditioned, didn't make it, the world shut down because of COVID, craziness. So COVID's still at large a little bit at least, and so I have to send in a video of me either like doing something to the beat, rhythm writing, or dancing hit something to like show my teaching style, and I have to record it, so it's just me. And I was extra nervous because I don't have a spin bike, but my friend Enoch is so gracious. He has a SoulCycle bike at his house, so I'm gonna use that. So thank goodness I can spin, but I don't know, it's still, to me it's much harder to teach to no one and teach to a camera, even though I'm literally talking to a camera right now, than teach to a room full of people, which is how it normally is with the SoulCycle audition. So I literally submitted my application today and they already got back to me, so yikes. I'm excited and nervous and don't know what day I'm gonna pick to record my stuff. Who knows? It might be happening, and it might be perfect right now, because I love my full-time job. I don't want to leave my full-time job, but leaving for like 6 weeks to go to New York City, which is how they normally do SoulCycle training, I don't think I could pull off. But they're doing regional trainings where I wouldn't have to like go anywhere, which is kind of a bummer because living in New York for 6 weeks sounds fun and glamorous, if I'm being honest, and one of my best friends lives there, and that's always been kind of like a dream of mine to live in New York City for a season. Sorry, I'm trying to find the good lighting. Set you guys up. So what I was saying, it's always been a dream of mine to live in New York for a little bit, New York City. So I would be bummed if I don't get that opportunity making it to the SoulCycle training program, but honestly, for my life right now, staying here makes the most sense, so I could still do Young Life and teach at SoulCycle. So who knows, this may be God's perfect timing. Gonna keep documenting it, even though I documented it last year and you would have already seen what happened there. But I'm excited and nervous and have no idea what a virtual freaking audition is gonna look like, but 'tis the times. So we're just gonna have fun on this bike. Yes!
What if who I hope to be was always me?
I want you to come back to that breath. What if who I hope to be was always me? What if in this moment you're already on the right path? Okay, I think it's been a few days since I picked up my camera to kind of talk about this experience. It's kind of hard to like vlog it, but I'm trying to, you know, real time react, even though I've done a bad job. But so last time we talked, we had to make the video, we had to do the one-way interview. I did all that. The one-way interview was fine, like the questions part, but then I had to make a video of myself either riding a bike or doing something, and I have a friend who has a SoulCycle bike at his house, so I went to his house. I recorded myself like riding for the first time when I was practicing one time, and so I had to like put the computer up and then record myself in a living room trying to teach a class. It was very uncoherent, very, what's the word? It did not feel like a real class because I was in the middle of the living room, and I actually had an issue with like the software and accidentally, so you got 2 attempts. I record one attempt, I was like, I'm gonna try again. Went to record the other attempt, hit record twice, and so I like basically used my last attempt and didn't record anything. So I freaked out and messaged the Spark Hire, which is like the third-party software they were using. They got all figured out, thank goodness. And so applied on Monday, submitted that Tuesday. On Wednesday, I got an email to come to a callback in LA, which is like an hour from where I live. today, which is Thursday, so I just got back from that. I wore the loudest outfit I could, you know, to try and stand out. And I took Janet's class beforehand, who's the director of training, just to, you know, be memorable, show my like personality in class too. And I didn't think it went super well. I was the last person to go, so there was 29 of us. I was number 29, so I was like excited to bring it home. And I played, the first song I played was Cross My Mind by Arizona. And I kind of like, you know, I don't think I did this as well as I could have, but essentially I was trying to say like, oh, music holds memories, and like this song was in my wedding video, so this like reminds me of all the people I love in my life, and like put that on your wheel, like use that, we're gonna push, like use that love and support from the people around you to like push harder. So I tried to like do that whole thing, and I was a little shaky. And then my second song was Lovely by 21 Pilots, and I was like, shout out Columbus, Ohio, 21 Pilots, and like everyone looked at me like blank. I was like, do y'all not know who 21 Pilots are? Like, they're really famous. And there's this big beat drop, and I was like, oh, are you ready to take it home? 'Cause, like, being the last one, and they cut off my song right before the beat drop. So it was like this, like, okay, build up, and then doop, it was over. And I was pretty bummed. It like felt like it really like fell flat. So I'm hoping they like saw in me that I like wanted to like connect to more than just like, okay, we're gonna turn up the resistance, okay, let's do push-ups. Like they even said at the beginning of the audition, like, I'd rather you tell a little story than like tell us what foot you're on. And so I'm hoping like that like kind of personal touch at least intrigue their interest enough to give me an interview. I just keep telling myself like it doesn't have to be perfect, just has to intrigue their interest enough to like get you to the next step. So I'll find out in 3 to 4 business days. This might be the least confident I have felt after an audition. So we shall see. This is my best look yet. So I just got the email that said SoulCycle's moving forward with other candidates. And so the last round before making it in was the interview round. The one round I've never made it to. And I'm obviously upset. I just showed Andrew, and I didn't think I was gonna cry, and then I just showed Andrew the email. I didn't say anything and started crying. So yeah, that's the end of the road for now. Yeah, I'm bummed. This was my 4th time auditioning, and I've still never made it to the interview. Yeah, so it just sucks to feel like I've only ever been seen for like 1 minute. So I don't know if this is conceited, but I'm fully convinced if I like made it to the interview round, like they would actually get to know me and like see, I don't know, how much potential I have, or how much I like get the fact that like to be a great spin instructor, like you have to get vulnerable, like you have to not just like know how to like find the beat drop, like you have to, like it's so much more than just like being able to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and like say go faster. Like I feel like I get that. Ugh, I'm upset, I'm frustrated. Yeah, it's a bummer to like feel like, I don't know, God's put this like desire in my heart and it keeps like not happening, and I keep saying in his time, but I'm starting to question if it's ever gonna happen and if I should just give up, you know, like 4 times. And I don't know, like there's 2 emotions. One of me is like wants to go even like harder and like really show up and just like be that person that's gonna keep persevering, and part of me just wants to give up and just accept that this isn't for me. But yeah, those are my raw, honest thoughts. I so badly just like want an interview. And I know half the reason, part of me was like, oh, I'm never gonna post this video unless like there's a happy ending, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna post it anyway. I think just showing like your successes is like not real, not authentic. And it feels really hard to put this on the internet, but I don't know. I think there's something powerful about showing like, oh, anyway, what I was saying, I think there's something pretty powerful about saying I want something and I tried really hard and I still didn't get it. Yeah, so if you're feeling defeated or lost, you're not alone. Yeah, and I just think it's kind of inauthentic to like keep waiting until like it happens to kind of cute. Yeah, I don't know, so this is the end of the story for now, but hopefully not forever. Yeah. Bummer. Yeah. Part of me wants to like scream and like, also like the most frustrating thing in my opinion is that they don't give you any sort of feedback, like anything. And I just want to know so bad, like, should I keep going or do I just not have it? So thanks for watching. I guess the theme of this video is perseverance, and even if you really want something, I guess, I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna go for it again, but if you really, I don't know. If you're feeling defeated and it feels like your dreams are out of reach, I'm right there with you, but I know I'm gonna keep going, gonna keep persevering, and if it's not Soul Cycle, it's gonna be something else. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Keep fighting the good fight. Because yeah, it's all we can do, right?
Now like with everything, like even like the process
Did you send to me, right?
Did I guess?
What was it? Was it boy bands?
Okay, so I fully intended to end the video at that last clip, but what do you do when you feel rejected and need to work through something? Even if it's from Soul Cycle, you obviously go to Soul Cycle. So I just took a class and it was honestly everything I needed and just so freaking good. And I actually ran into someone who was also in the audition process with me and he made it to the next round. So it was just really good to talk to him, and I don't know, I feel like he kind of instilled some confidence I was like needed a little bit of, just like he really thought I had it and it's not me, it's just timing. Yeah, so I don't know, it was just a really good conversation. The girl right next to me was so kind, so wonderful. She had such great energy, and even though I felt like I was kind of pulling the energy down, just for like not being in the best headspace, like she was like, your energy was awesome, and it just like showed what a community Soul Cycle is and like why I want to be a part of it. So it was just so good, so refreshing, exactly what I needed. So we're gonna end the video on this note now, because the instructor said in class, like, being grateful in the room is easy, being grateful in the hallway is hard. Sorry, my friend is filming me with his iPhone right now. He's caught me vlogging. But the instructor was just saying it's easy to be grateful once you're in the room, but it's more powerful to be grateful in the hallway. So I'm gonna choose to be grateful in the hallway and keep persevering, and if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. So thanks for watching. Keep on pursuing.